Hi, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Spiller Beans, welcome back to another spiritual therapy session. So what have we got here? What have we got here? We've got a bit of chaos and drama starting at Bottom Feeder Boulevard, you know. Some drama and chaos at the Bottom Feeder Boulevard, you know. Someone feeling left out in the cold and some financial loss, feeling the world is against them, adversity. And there's the chariot upside down. You know, lack of direction, lack of self-control, powerless aggression and so leaving home, the hangman. You know, there's a lack of control, some standstill and resistance. So we're going to look in a wee bit further and be a bit nosy, you see. So there needs to be balance and pre-spot back in and patience, inner calm, tranquility, you know, and soulmates and serenity brought back in. I said the drama and chaos, you know, because it's like Bottom Feeder Boulevard down there, you know. There needs to be the recognition brought back in and success and victory and winning, triumph and achievement. But this person's been feeling trapped at the moment, restricted, backed into a corner, and their hands tied, victimised, hopeless, helpless, powerless, silence, crisis. But someone's been behaving foolish, someone who's behaving childish towards you. And there's been some kind of blocked phone calls and things because someone's behaving childish. But someone's been juggling life and juggling money and balancing books, transferring money into profit and loss. A lack of money, poor financial control, lack of opportunities, and lost opportunities as well. They've lost opportunities, you see. But because there's somebody else been out there doing their own thing, you see. You know, but there's an ungrounded male here, and he's been unsuccessful. There's been a bit of corruption and extortion, you see. So there's a Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you see. The person should have the Wheel of Fortune. It's caused upheaval, disorder, you know, from external forces as well, and lack of control and disruption. And there's been some unwelcome changes, delays and setbacks, you see. Somebody's been around somebody, you know, and has let that happen, you see, and it's been a red flag, you know, the person that they had around has been a red flag, you see. And we've got the enthusiasm card, the Page of Wands, but it's in reverse, you see. So that's like a lack of energy and plans. And maybe there's been a bit of financial disaster and some losses, you see. Because there's been trouble in paradise, you see. Trouble in paradise, and they've been bent down like the road, like the Bottom Feeder Boulevard kind of thing, and caused all sort of problems there and stuff like that, you know. So they need to come in and apologise, you see, that's for what they've done. But they fail to see the red flags in somebody else, you see. And the Queen of Wands, Swords here has come in. She's got the honest truth. And she's protective and independent and chatty, communicative. Fair and constructive. She'll give fair and constructive criticism. She's strong and quirky, realistic and discerning. They need to try and get their balance again. You know, there's been ups and downs. And they've been juggling money and balance, juggling books. And they need to bring that back in. Stay away from that other third party that's causing chaos and disruption, you know. Because they need to get their life back on track. You know, they've been resilience is a battle, really, you know, it's like an ongoing battle for them, you know, because they keep going back to toxicity, you see. Fatigue, drained of energy. I mean, they're that close to success, you know, it's at the fingertips, you know. And I've got it all, but they need to maybe get a wee bit more of a backbone, you see. You know, and learn from past failures and gather their strength again, you see. Because they've got that at the marriage cards, you know. They've got happiness, family, happy families, reunions, homecomings, family gatherings, marriage. Stability and security. I mean, there it is, you know, they've got the family card there. But there was red flags and they would behave childish, you know. But a bit more patience needed. And you know, but don't get drawn into any arguments. That's the best thing, you know, don't get drawn into any arguments. There's the Seven of Swords. Choices. Searching for purpose. They need to take more action to put things in place, you know, and stop letting things slip all the time. But what they're doing is, because the person's ignoring them now, you see, because they're bringing in sort of chaos and disruption. And so if they put their own number on the phone, the person won't answer. So they're phoning from other numbers now, and withholding numbers and stuff. But the person was overindulgence and gossiping and bitchiness, you know, and not. I mean, you've got a stable home life, you've got all that, you don't need chaos and disruption come into your life, okay? From but you still have to budget your money, you know. The abundance is there, you've got the abundance. You need to see the truth. You know, and there will be things exposed, you see. And there's the Empress again, you know, the Empress is still there. I mean, you could be a manager, you could be becoming a manager, a part owner or something, you know, and you just need to. Spirit's trying to lever you up for that, you see. Spirit's trying to lever you up. You don't need that other bullshit, you see. You don't need that other bullshit. Spirit's trying to level you up. Because someone's looking at you, you see, and you don't need that other from fake ass numbers phoning you and stuff like that. You don't need anybody bringing in disharmony, you know. It's upside down. So you need to put an end to the conflict and the struggle and reach your agreements, you know what I mean? And there's the Empress is still there. Bring the harmony and back into your life. And there's the Ace of Wands cards, you see. Still got the good news, Virgo starting something. But there's someone behind the scenes that's been a shit stirrer, you see, someone's been a shit stirrer, and they know this person's a shit stirrer, and this other person needs to listen to them. The feminine's trying to tell them, you see, feminine's telling them, this person's been wearing a blindfold, they're not seeing the full picture, they're not seeing the full truth, you see. And so that's it. It's been a third party energy, you see. And you're an Empress energy. And you don't want a tower happening, you know. Chaos and destruction, sudden upheaval, trauma, unexpected change, disaster, loss, tragedy. So it's yours, go and get it, you see what I mean? It's yours, go and get it. You've got the Ace of Cups here, you see, Ace of Cups. Don't fuck with that individual again, you see, don't fuck with that, and it's too much, you know, that other individual. So you've got all that, you see, and you know, just listen to some good advice that you've been given. And so the person's using your phone and stuff like that, you know. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to Spill the Beans channel. I hope some of that resonated with you. And if you like my content, please like, subscribe and please like, subscribe and share to the channel. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for listening to Spill the Beans channel, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.